Hello everyone, it is Rory here at the Eurovision site, Eurovision with a Slice of Life, and we are continuing on with our reactions for Eurovision 2025 with the national selections. Obviously now we are in the grips of national final season, so it's all a little bit chaotic right now, I have to say. So in this video we're going to be checking out Denmark's national selection, Dansk Melodi Grand Prix, and there are 8 songs to be getting in here, so let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. So it's kind of an interesting one for me this year. I liked Saba last year for Sand. I mean, it was the best of a bad bunch when it came to DMGP last year. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's a good selection so far. I mean, I'm hoping. Whether or not we'll get that from Denmark is another story because obviously things kind of get changed a little bit. You know, like things do not go the way you want them to sometimes, and Denmark doesn't really feel like it's going to give me whatever I want it to. It's probably going to be a bunch of Melfest rejects, probably, but sometimes that's worked for them, sometimes it hasn't done. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. You know what I mean? Okay, so the first song that we're going to be checking out is by Adel II with the Unluckiest Boy Alive. Now, that's an interesting song title, I have to say, so I'm intrigued to see what he's got for us. Um, I mean, it just kind of casually reading from the DRDK website, it sort of seems like, you know, the message needs to be taken with a grain of salt, so maybe this is more of like an allegory kind of thing. Um, so yeah, why not? Let's just have a look at it and just see what it's any good. Okay, nice little bit of a piano to kick us off with. This is kind of cursive. Okay, it's going well in terms of the build-up, but whether or not we're gonna get something. There we go. Kind of a mid-tempo EDM kind of style song. That hook in the chorus reminded me very much of the theme tune to Eurovision 2014. Which obviously is very on brand for Denmark, so what do you expect? So this vocal is pissing me off a little bit. But the music itself is actually pretty good, I have to say. Like I'm feeling it a bit. Okay, right, we've had this breakdown now, so let's have a look and see what else is on. If he's just said fuck there, then I think he's gonna have like change that. I like the instrumentation in this. I think it's quite chart friendly and it's pretty good on that front. The lyrics are what's like letting this down a little bit. Like I kind of want it to be a little bit more metaphorical. It's a pretty good song. Why not see what the place is like? And yeah, I'm intrigued with that. So not a bad start for Denmark, to be honest. At least there's one sort of viable option for them if they do decide to go with it. But who knows? There might be some other ones to kind of check in with them so to compete with this. So I'm cautiously optimistic so far. So the next song that we're going to be checking out is by Andreas Kruse with Hear My Prayer. Now, it says here that he was an X Factor winner as part of a boy band or like a trio, but now is doing it solo, so I'm expecting that he should be able to perform live, you know, and if he's had some good hits as well, like he should be able to have a very good voice. So, and it seems as well it's been written by Linda Dale, so obviously, or Linda Dale, or is it Linnea Deb? Sometimes, you know, like how these things can get messed up. We'll see. So yeah, let's have a little look at this. This is called Hear My Prayer as well. So let's have a little look. Oh, 3 minutes and 3 seconds. So already it's a little bit too, like, older. Let's go high! This is the chorus, I'm gonna assume. Can't tell whether or not I like it yet or not. And we're already a minute in. I think I need it to go somewhere now. There needs to be a little bit more like of an oomph to it. And just like that, we've been given the oomph. Was that the kind of that I wanted though? This kind of, it's feeling very noughties, but saying that I can still see this with pretty good staging potential. I can kind of see it like a lot of strobe lights around and kind of, but it's just this kind of weird EDM half break. It just feels a little bit disjointed when they're adding bits and then it's just like stripping them back and then putting them back in, and it just, I mean, it's very contemporary, I have to say that. Like, this would be very radio friendly, so. Okay, right. It's nice when it's nice and intimate, but just when it kind of goes into this weird dance break thing, it just feels a little bit messy. There are good elements that they could really go with this. It's just this breakdown in the chorus. I'm not a fan of it. If at least double time it or something like that, so it goes like like instead of this kind of like half thing. It's good-ish, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, if it was me, I would definitely need to go through that with a revamp in some way, shape, or form, just to really just polish it off a little bit. You know, I think it's not a bad song. Like, you're not having to start all over again, but you know, yeah, I wanted that to sound a little bit like La Robbia Non Ti Basta from Sanremo last year, but we didn't get that. And that makes me sad. So, yeah, there's potential in this, but we'll see. We'll see. So the next song that we're going to be checking out is by the artist Max Ulver, which is an interesting name. Ulver, like, no, that's Ulna. Sorry, completely different. Um, interesting. Yeah, and he will be singing his song Supernova. So yeah, so interesting. Seems like he's done quite a lot as well. He's written a lot of songs for a lot of popular artists and internationally. So good to see that he's actually taking it for himself and he's having a moment to try and give himself a go and launch his own career as a musician. So that'll be fantastic to see. So and it's apparently about meeting the right person, and she lit up the whole room. It was pure magic. So I'm expecting this will be pretty good. And I mean, if Latvia's Supernova is anything to go by, I'm hoping that this will be good too. So let's hope. 3 minutes 5 seconds. They're gonna have to like cut some of these bits. This kind of vibe. Yeah, it's kind of like this kind of swingy vibe to it. This is an interesting drop, I have to say. It's not a full drop. I was given fair warning by people at the site, Daniel, Kittens, the like, saying that this would be quite Melfest like, and I think this is probably the most Melfest one that we've had so far. Whether that's a compliment or an insult, I will leave that up to you. I don't know if I like this kind of pop drop thing with this at the end. I feel like it needs to for a song called Supernova, it needs to explode a little bit more. Like now how we're getting it too. Like, come on, we need a little bit more like of a oh.
It feels like paradise, starlight in your eyes. You light up the night.
Yeah, this isn't for me. As nice as he is as a voice, as a vocalist, he's really selling this. But this, yeah, this wouldn't be for me, this kind of song. And I don't know how well this would do in a Eurovision context. Not unless they really pulled it out the bag with staging, but Denmark in the last few years have really not been delivering on staging, so I wouldn't trust them. Yeah, it's just not really my style. I think there's a lot of things that in this that just does not hit me in the right way, and I think if anything, it probably would just like listening to it more would just make me not like it more. Um, but I think like again, Max's voice is fine. I mean, he's written the song, so I mean, partly together. As well as Reme. Like Reme, obviously, big name in the Eurovision world and Junior Eurovision world as well. Um, yeah, this just I don't think this should go, but who knows? So the next song that we're going to be checking out is by the artist Hervé Toure. I want to say it's in French because the title is called Allez, Allez. Um, but I don't know, we'll see. It seems interesting. He's got like a nice kind of stoic kind of look to him here within this kind of picture. So I'm intrigued to see how it's gonna sound a little bit, you know? Um, apparently, oh, he's also from the Ivory Coast as well, which is pretty cool, or Cote d'Ivoire, as they like to be called. But he's not bound by nationality, and he's proud of his origins, but he's also Danish. See, this is what I like. Oh, and he's also been a professional footballer and an actor. Okay, okay, let's go. Let's do this. Okay, so I'm expecting then a little bit of fun in this. I'm hoping that'll be good. So, oh, it's in Danish. Oh, that's good. I'll like it even more then. A little bit of an Afro feel to it already with the kind of the beat. It's very summery. It's very light, and his voice is very nice to listen to. I think he has a good timbre, which for Danish sometimes it can actually be quite hard. So, like I'm just imagining this like as I'm driving down the road, sunset, you know, that kind of feeling. I'm liking this though. This is for Denmark. This is actually something with a bit of flavor to it, so I am appreciating. But I want it to kind of have something nice now, just to really let loose now in this last minute. So, come on, build up here. Yeah, I mean it's the same thing as what I did in the first 2 minutes, but I liked it, so why not? Like, it would probably struggle in a Eurovision context, but at least it would show that like Denmark is showing that it wants to take risks. You know, I just hope that like they have some really good choreography and good staging potential. I hope. Okay, that was actually not that bad. I wanted that like to maybe have just a little bit extra, but that's just me asking for more. Um, I thought that was pretty good actually. I can't say that I didn't like that. That was probably my favorite one of them so far. At least I was sort of brought in, and it went by a lot quicker than the other ones. This one 2 minutes 48, but like it felt like you weren't listening to a song for 2 minutes and 48 seconds. You know. Um, so yeah, there's some potential in this one. I actually quite like that one. That was really good. So, okay, the next song that we're going to be checking out is by Mariya Mathea. Don't ask me about my Danish, it's terrible. But with the song called Air. She seems like she's very emotional in her picture. She's like staring deep into the camera. Um, so I'm intrigued to see how it's going to go. I'm looking very forward to seeing what this is. And apparently, as well, this song was written by the someone who also wrote solo, as in Baiba is kind of Kruse. So we will see. We will see if this is anything better or worse than that song. Okay, we're getting a ballad this time. Okay, we hadn't had a proper ballad yet, so this was due. This will be the one that people will really want to listen to. It's got like one to really have to pull on their heartstrings and that kind of thing. So, but it needs to be staged really well in order for it to really transmit these kind of feelings and like to help it with connections. At least it's now starting to build a little bit. It felt like it was sort of needing something like that. It kind of feels like this song has almost like a Norwegian feel to it. Maybe because Norway usually sort of tends to send these style of kind of dramatic ballads, but like, I don't know, it feels like it's something that they would send. It's nice to listen to, but I have to say I'm not massively invested in this. It didn't really make an impact with me, you know? I mean, I think she has a very good voice. I mean, you can hear that from like the way that she belts a lot of those like high notes, especially within the chorus. But like, it just doesn't hit. I don't think. And I don't know. Well, I can see like staging potential with it. You know, obviously, a lot of wind machines or like sparkles in the background, something like that. But yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Which is sad because I mean, I feel like I want to like it, but when there's no connection made, it's harder to do, isn't it? So the next song that we're going to be checking out is by the artist Mariya with her song I Belong to Me. Now, that's quite an interesting song title, so I'm intrigued to see what she's going to do. The song was written by Jimmy Joker, who should be no stranger to Eurovision fans, as per usual. Obviously, he's written a host of Melfest songs, including Tattoo. So I wouldn't be surprised that this will sound pretty Swedish. But I am willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. So let's just see. Let's try. And I mean, she's also participated in the X Factor, and she got through to the live show. So that's pretty good, I have to say. So yeah, we'll see. Let's have a little go. Ooh, quite an interesting soundscape to begin with. It's quite a dark start, isn't it? But still very polished. This is very Melfest immediately, even just getting into this first chorus. Like, this kind of mid-tempo style sound is... it's there. I want to like it. I need a little bit more. I like the chorus in this one. I think this is pretty good. It's quite impactful, and the tone of the song sounds pretty good. The problem with this one that I am having is that it wants to sound gritty. It wants to sound like rough around the edges, but it still has a feel of polish to it, which doesn't sort of match with the sort of style that they want to go for. The melody is fine. Like, I can't say I'm not enjoying it, because I am, like, you know, tipping my head around, but interesting. Yeah, I think it's weird because logically I want to like it, but instinctively there's not an immediate connection there, which kind of makes it harder for me to really mesh with this, you know? Again, like I said, I think they have some good ideas, but I think they've kind of almost overshot the mark, where a lot of the time, you know, when it comes to national final songs, maybe some of the songs aren't fully ready to go yet because they're a little bit too rough around the edges. I would say that this is almost too polished, because then it doesn't give you that kind of raw emotion that you want a song like this, that, you know, is kind of giving you like a, ooh, you know, that kind of feel. And it's not giving that. So, yeah. I don't know what to make of that one. I think in general I like it, but it would have to take a few more listens really for me to really connect with this. So the next song that we're going to be checking out is by Sissal, and the song is called Hallucination, which is, again, a very interesting title. A lot of these have very interesting title names, which is very, very good, because, again, at least it's something different. She's from the Faroe Islands, which is very nice. We like to see some Faroese representation at Eurovision. Although the last time there was Faroese representation was not great. For those, that was Riley back in 2023, and that was by far and away my least favourite song of 2023. So I'm hoping that she can give us something a little bit different that I'll actually be able to enjoy. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And it seems like, you know, she's got some good feeling. She's come from a musical family as well, and yeah, why not? Let's just see what it's got. And it seems like it. We've got Linnea Deb in this one as well, so, or potentially which the other one was. I don't know. So yeah, let's see, why not? Let's have a little look at it. I'm liking the chord progression in this already. It's good. It's a very rich vocal tone as well, actually. Where are we going with this? Ooh. This isn't where I was expecting it to go. Okay, come on. Oh. Okay, they're like edging us. They're teasing us with this whole thing. Go on, double time this. Be like you want. I want it to be fully immersive. Right, come on. That's it. That's what we were looking for. Finally, something. Oh, I like this. This is kind of nostalgic. It's quite like noughties Eurodance style. The Hallu bit will definitely be quite an earworm. I think this song really fits with her vocals as well. I think it looks really good. Of course, we have this kind of weird, like, EDM breakdown. Come on. But it didn't work well for Colleen last time, so we'd have to be careful. Yeah, this is a good song. This is good. And it's got great opportunities for, like, vocal, just, like, expansion. It'll be so good, honestly. Thinking about this going off in the Euro Club as well, it'd be so good. Okay, now, usually I do not give the Swedes their flowers because they don't deserve them most of the time. But this time I will be willing to cut them some slack because this is actually a very good song. Sissal has made up for Riley's shit show, so I will take that 100%. I really like that. I think that was really, really good. I think there's some really good EDM vibes in there. I think it lends itself well to really like in your face kind of staging. And she has the powerhouse vocals that a song like this needs as well. So I feel like it's really been crafted almost for her, which is fantastic. Um, Again, this would probably so far out of the 7 songs that we've heard, this would probably be the best shot at qualification. Um, but we need like it. There needs to be a lot going right for it in order for that to happen. So fingers crossed that might be something good for them to do. But it's good to know that there's at least 1 or 2 songs in here that I'm actually pretty impressed now, to be fair, with Denmark. They have stepped it up in the fact that like, there's no immediate duds. Except for that one other song that was it before. Which song was that again? Supernova. Yeah. So other than Supernova, but other than that, we're doing really well. So I'm pretty happy with that. What is going on in Denmark? Jesus Christ. Okay. So the last song that we're going to be checking out today is by the artist Tim Schou with the song Crowd. Now Tim Schou is no stranger to Eurovision. He competed in Eurovision 2011 in Düsseldorf with a friend in London and the song New Tomorrow. Now, this was back when Denmark was actually good at Eurovision, so that was kind of, who knows, maybe he might have completely changed his vibe now. He's grown his hair out, he's looking very kind of folky a little bit in this picture. Um, so yeah, I'm intrigued. I mean, I was in the arena when New Tomorrow A qualified and B before the jury final in 2011. So um, I know he is a very capable live performer. So yeah, let's see what he's got for us this time. Oh no. Hmm. Okay, okay, we're having something else now. That's okay. I was hoping that it was not going to just stay within this kind of guitar plucking Noah Kahan, but I am right in thinking it this kind of pop folk kind of style thing. If this was released back in 2013, this would have been a worldwide hit in the same way that the Riptide was. This is reminding me a little bit lyrically like Basim Johnny, and if you've seen my other reaction videos, that's not a good thing. I don't think I like this one. It has a feeling of like Saluna Same mixed with Joan Franca. So as it says, like early 2010s Eurovision. So again, if this was back then, would have been fine. But I understand that it's to do with himself. He's sending a song to himself, like as a younger person. But like, it almost feels a little bit like corporate. I mean, I appreciate the sentiment in the lyrics, but that was not for me musically. Um, who knows? He probably will do quite well anyway because people will recognize his face. Um, I just don't know whether or not that's the right fit for Eurovision, though. Um, hmm. I don't know. So those are my reactions to Dansk Melodi Grand Prix 2025. Two major standouts for me, I think, Allez and Hallucination. They are for me the two big standouts of this selection. I think they have the biggest chance to do something well when it comes to Eurovision. Maybe if they sort of tweak staging wise or something like that, it might sort of put them in good stead. Um, I mean, overall, I mean, Denmark can't get much worse. So it was nice to see that, they've kind of learned from the last couple of years where they've been getting pretty bad results. Um, just need to be careful when it comes to like yes, you're getting better, but make sure like the overall quality is still going up. We still need like a couple of big hitters. Um, so maybe that'll come in time if they get a good result this year. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. We'll see. The national final will be taking place on the 1st of March, so I'll be intrigued to see how this one pans out. So yes, tell me, what do you think about these songs that are competing in Denmark this year? What do you make of my opinions of them? Was I right? Was I wrong? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please do continue to follow us on all of our social media: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Tumblr, Blue Sky, all at that Euro site. Also, check us out on the podcast as well, the at That Euro podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ThatEurovisionSite.com. We are continuing on with all of the news that's going on at Eurovision at the minute. And yeah, also just subscribe here, hit the notification bell. Please like this video as well, just so that, we can continue to share our great opinions. It'll be fantastic to see. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon.